Hey guys, Cole Willis from Radisson Adventures and Team Hookerz. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 4 and the 5-inch widow stick that Hookerz tackle makes. It is one of my favorite stick baits, primarily because of the quality and how good it holds up and the scent that they put on it. Like normally when you throw a bait that has scent on it, 4, 5 at most fish, the scent's gone. And these I have ones that I've got 10 to 20 fish on in farm ponds, and like they still smell and they still slimy and everything. So they make a really good quality worm. So I'm going to get into how I rig them and just different techniques you can fish. Right here, as you can see, this is 4-inch black widow stick. Different ways I like to rig this is I'll use a Hookerz EWG 2-aught hook. I'll just Texas rig it and just go through the top to the bend over. I like the 2-aught. Wait a second. I like the 2-aught because it fits it perfectly. As you can see, like there's the hook and there's like the belly. So it fits it perfectly, and it lets that tail have the action that tail's meant to have. And when these things are sitting here, the tail it's in constant motion. It drives the fish crazy. And I'll fish these weightless a lot of the time, but if I'm fishing like around grass or wood or something, I'll take a 1/4 ounce tungsten, Hookerz tungsten, and put it on there and use one of the pegs. And you got a killer setup for flipping and little grass mats and stuff. Another way that I like to fish the 4-inch widow stick is on a straight shank hook, wacky rigged. And everybody's like, oh, wacky rigs your limit filler and whatever. Yeah, it is. But wait a second, I'm having a hard time opening this package. But if you get in a situation like a river situation or something, and they're really keyed in on like a Senko or a wormer type thing, change like the presentation to a wacky rig, and you'll catch the big fish that have been pressured by the other baits, because you can just see right there the action that it's going to have when you're sitting there shaking it. We were throwing a worm during a tournament. It was back in the beginning of June, and they just got used to it. So my buddy switched over to a wacky worm and caught one like 3.67 or 3.97 or whatever on the river system, which is a giant here. So, you gotta do what you gotta do to catch the fish, even if that is scaling down and for safe finesse fishing. Second off, I want to talk about how I fish the 5-inch widow stick. 5-inch widow sticks, you don't normally throw them on wacky rigs. I mean, some people do because they just like the bigger presentation of bait or whatever. But whew, garlic smells good. Reminds me of Little Caesars. But as you can see, these have really good action. You can tell my hands how much garlic they put on them. But I like to fish these on a straight shank on a Carolina rig and on a Hookerz 5-aught EWG hook, extra wide gap. This bait's really been producing for me down here in the creeks and stuff, and it's been really good throwing around grass and weeds and stuff. Like I was saying before, I like to fish these around grass and wood and stuff, especially when the fish are pressured on the main river or main lake, and you gotta go to pockets and stuff. I like throwing these in where the grass has grown up and just kind of dead sticking it, pitching it into holes when you're using a 1/2 ounce or 1/4 ounce tungsten weight with your 5/0 hook and stuff. And I don't know, I like fishing these with fluorocarbon. I know some guys like flip braid and stuff, but I'm a big fluorocarbon guy, so that's how I normally fish it. I normally fish it on a spinning setup too, honestly. Wait a second, I have it around. Yeah. I use a 6'8" medium heavy extra fast action Shimano Crucial. I use a Shimano 3000, and this has 12-pound vicious fluorocarbon, not the elite stuff, just the just the regular. But I mean, that's how I personally prefer to fish Senkos. Pitching them around docks or whatever. A Senko is just a deadly bait, and if you're really into Senko fishing, you really need to try out the Hookerz Ultra Sharp Terminal Widow Stick in the 4 and the 5-inch. They are made with great quality. They have a great scent already on them, and they'll catch the fish. Thanks, guys. Tune in for another video next week.